IVM.
Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your peak performance coach, life coach, emotional intelligence practitioner, and NLP practitioner. I'm also the founder of Abzo Expertise Unique, and my organization constantly aims at building leaders across continents. After having worked with so many dynamic business honchos, entrepreneurs, startups, CEOs, management gurus, parents, and student communities worldwide, I am convinced that every individual has unleashed potential, and all we really need to do is realize it. Watch the magic unfold, enhance quality of life, relationships, and professions. On my show, be ready for some riveting conversations with inspirational people, snippets, stories, and much more. So here I am on this exceptional journey to find empowerment and inspiration anywhere I can. Come join me on this breathtaking path of self-realization, potential maximization, positivity, and most of all, embrace your inner power. You are on your way to empowering yourselves. Welcome to the Empowering Series with Zarina Poonawalla.
Habits are the small decisions you make and actions you perform every day. According to research, habits account for about 40 to 45% of our behaviors on any given day, which also means you spend 1 or 2 minutes in a day doing something unconsciously. Now take a moment right here, pause and reflect. What am I doing through the day? How is my day passing me by? Do I feel unproductive at the end of the day? Or do I feel like I have accomplished something at the end of the day? Pause and reflect. What is it that you actually think every single day? It is utterly hurtful to see yourself stuck and stagnant. So it becomes imperative to ask yourself this. What side of the cause and effect equation are you on? Are you in control of your life, or are you allowing your life to take control of you? I personally believe habits are not just based on the actions we take, but also the thoughts we think, the things we repeatedly tell ourselves, what we speak about at work with our friends and family. Thoughts are the habits that we make as much as actions, and therefore it is no surprise to notice a direct proportion they have to each other. There are copious ways to build and break habits, and we have plenty of very valuable information on it. But today, I have decided to focus on why we fail at our habits and why we fail so miserably that we're not motivated enough to go ahead and pursue them again. Your habits don't fail you. You fail your habits. So let's think about it. Why the failure? These are the reasons, in my opinion, why failure occurs when you're trying to build a nice new habit for yourself. So shall we? Do not try to change everything all at once. Most often we wake up one day and decide to change all things at once. I want to lose weight to be healthy. I want to study harder. I want to hit my sales target for 10x this quarter. These are all wonderful sounding motivated thoughts. However, when you get down to it, you will eventually start strong. Day 1 goes by, day 2 goes by, day 3, you are already not eating that healthy anymore. By day 4, you have made an excuse for not being able to work out. By day 5, you've had a bad day at work, and so you subconsciously carry that burden on with you and not go back to that enthusiasm of wanting to make 10x sales for the quarter anymore. Here is what we are going to do. Right away, go on and pick one habit that you have desperately wanted to build and that you have repeatedly tried to build but failed miserably at. Pick it up, take your time, think it through. But you will pick just one. You remember the Jack Ma story I shared in one of my previous episodes with you? Let's use that as an analogy here. Focus on that one rabbit, fully dedicated to it, and until you accomplish it. Only then will you move on to the next. So think, take a moment and pick your habit right away. Bite-sized pieces. Start really small. So we have heard of atomic habits and tiny habits. There are books, wonderful books to read about them as well. Let's use the term micro habits for you. You will pick on that one habit we discussed. Break it down to bite-sized pieces. Focus on it and do it well enough to make it part of your routine. Once you accomplish this move, then you move on to another micro habit. Researchers have found that the motivation to build a habit comes from behavioral patterns. When a habit becomes a Herculean task for you, then you feel the lack of motivation to form it. And I recently read somewhere that to accomplish a difficult task, one must first make it easy. Isn't that cool? Isn't that really great if you think about it? To accomplish a difficult task, one must make it easy. So your focus must not be on how difficult that task is and how big that mountain is. Your focus needs to be that one step you're going to take and the other. So instead of 50 push-ups, start with 5 daily. Instead of 30 minutes of exercise, start with 10 minutes. If you are studying and have planned to study 3 hours, break it down and do study blocks of 30 minutes only. If you want to form the habit of reading, pick an easy read and read 1 page every night before you hit the bed. You wish to stop overthinking? Start each day with just a small, happy and positive thought. These are the simplest ways to create micro habits for yourself and make sure that you accomplish them as well. So create bite-sized pieces. Focus on lifestyle change, not habit change. It's great when you have a result-oriented approach, like I want to lose that 10 kgs, or I want to save an X amount of money, or I want to read 20 books. No question, this is important for goal setting and goal achieving. However, here is the problem. If and once we achieve the result, we stop at it, and then we may not form consistency. So you may lose that weight, but for how long are you going to be consistent is the question. You may start reading books, but why do you want to stop reading books after 20? You may make a certain amount. How about trying to make some more for better reasons, for more objective, more outcome? Consistency doesn't come from just being result-oriented for once. It comes when you're trying to build habits as a lifestyle change. Hence, it's a process and not an outcome. The mindset must be life-changing and holistic, not just result-oriented. Never underestimate the power of a drop in the ocean. Reflect on your habits for a brief moment. Whether good or bad, you will realize they have accumulated from small actions. Just one drag of a cigarette with a friend to chain smoking. Just one slice to a pan pizza, to a 10-inch pizza, all for yourself. Just one walk to a jog in a marathon or a dream run. It can be good as well. It's always just one and a very little one. That is the power of tiny behaviors. Never think it's not worth and it will change nothing. It's going to remain the same. A small change means nothing. That is the mindset which takes away the fact that we can make change. A small change has a ripple effect, a domino effect, whatever effect you like it to call it. But starting small, starting good, and starting with all you've got is extremely important and totally worth it. So never give up because you think that the effort doesn't look like it's paying off. Do not stop. Lastly, procrastination. Excuses over effort. Now remember this. Excuses are easy, abundant, and ineffective. However, efforts require efforts. So you want to build yourself, create a lifestyle change, then form a ritual, a habit. Your time is now, and now is all you have. So get on with it and do not stop. You are the habits you create. You are the routine you live. You are the thoughts you believe. You are what you practice every single day. Finally, my super tip for you to build a habit. When you're about to sleep, leave your phone and laptop outside your room. Have an old school alarm and do not check your devices until you start your morning. Be safe, be well, be empowered.
If you liked this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram.
I hope you enjoyed that show. So it's been a really fun week on the network. Please do definitely check out all the regular shows that you do. But in addition, let me give you a few recommendations. On Agla Station Adulthood, Ritasha and Ayushi talk siblings. Really fun episode. I think you'll enjoy that. Nishad Pai Vaidya is on Cyrus and they discuss cricket and a lot of different things around cricket. I think you'll enjoy that as well. Old friend Parmesh Shahani, he was on Absolutely Right. Definitely do check that out. Tamal Mills was on Edges and Sledges, another episode which I've heard really good things about. I haven't heard it yet. I need to listen to that soon. And guys, Uncle Please Sit. Definitely listen to that. They've been killing it. This week they have Abby Phillips. He's a doctor talking about medical misinformation. Last week, Paramita Vora was talking about sex education and who needs it. They've been really killing it. Definitely do check that out. And with that, hope to see you again next week.
Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Don Bradman, and now Cyrus Brocha. Okay, probably not in the right company. I mean, Don Bradman is Australian. But it's called Cyrus Says, a wonderful show about everything. Find the show on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Cyrus Says is brought to you by Storytel.